from a conservative, middle class, Tamil Brahmin family, and so do I.
Right.
How is it that you made it and I didn't?
You have, look at you. Are you fishing, Mahalakshmi? Of course you have. I've just made it to the big screen. You still pull the strings. And no, I think, correct me if I'm wrong when I say that I do come from a, like you said, Tam Bram family, a traditional Tam Bram family, but not necessarily conservative. Would you agree? I don't think Tam Brams are conservative.
I agree.
Yeah. The proof of that is right in front of us. So I think I was given every freedom as a child. We're two sisters. My sister is 4 years older than me, and she and I have led our lives exactly the way we wanted to. The only thing we were ever told is that, whatever you do, enjoy it, do it to the best of your abilities, and go conquer the world. So that's what I think. That's the only thing we were ever told.
Sure. Now, I just want to take you back to 2000 and the initial phase of your the initial phase of your career when you were really facing rejections. It was a very, very tough period.
Yeah.
How do you cope with it? What were you telling yourself, especially the time when you had 11 rejections after signing contracts?
Yeah. Well, we didn't. Hi. We didn't really. Hi, Auntie. Sorry. We didn't really sign contracts. I don't know if they do down south even today, but at least in 2000 they didn't. So it was. There were verbal commitments, and slowly but surely, for those who don't know, just a brief. I was doing a Malayalam film with the Mohanlal, and midway through the film, Mohanlal and the director had a problem, and therefore the film got shelved. And they had both done about 8 super hit films together. So they said, what was new in this equation? What was it different this time? So they said, oh, this is a girl, so she's jinxed. So I got, got replaced in 11 of the films I was to do after. And I think there were days when I wouldn't want to get out of bed. I would be really cranky. I would be fighting with my mother a lot. I think my mother really bore the brunt of, because I think she was wanting to protect me, and she would tell me, are you sure you want to try this? And every time she told me, are you sure you want to try this? What I heard was, you're not good enough for this. So, because that was my...
And you wanted to do it even more.
Yeah, and that was my fear deep down, that maybe I'm not cut out for this. So I think we used to have a lot of clashes. My father was always playing referee. But each one of them would come up with inspirational stories, saying, do you know, my sister was in Bangalore at that time. She'd just gotten married, and she would call me and say, do you know Amitabh Bachchan had 11 flops before, Zanjeer happened? Do you know Tabu waited 6 years for her first film? And all sorts of stories. And, I would, after a while, I started to say, I don't want to hear any of this. But I think that hunger in me as an actor did not leave me. So there was a Sai Baba mandir close to my house in Chembur where I would go and sit and cry bucket loads. I would fight with Sai Baba like he was, not just the idol, but a real person. And I would say, why did you dangle the carrot in front of me if you were not to give it to me? How unfair is that? Something would happen. I would wake up the next morning and feel like I could go on all over again. And that's how I think it's faith, deep faith in myself and the universe probably, and really that comes from the family.